question about the founder on whose name your all is named. That is very great. So India's highest civilian award is Bharat Ratna. So when did Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya get the Bharat Ratna? And why is it?
Sir, can you please be a bit louder?
When did Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya get Bharat Ratna award and why is it delayed so long?
Sir, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya has secured Bharat Ratna award in the year 1953 and it is due to sir, for making of India an independent country.
Neeraj, this side, your answer is very evident. You have mentioned about your department. It is very evident that you are very biased towards Triple M. And since you are contesting for the post of Vice President, I want to ask who were the past 5 Vice Presidents of Triple M Hall of Presidents?
Sir, can you please repeat your question?
Neeraj, this side. Neeraj, you have mentioned your department in your introduction. Neeraj, can you name your HOD and his 3 research areas?
Sir, head of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering is Professor Shivrat Singh and his research area is Physical Metallurgy of Steel.
Well, what about the research areas?
Sir, Professor Shivrat Singh has only a single research area and it is Physical Metallurgy of Steel.
Neeraj, since you are very biased towards your Hall of Presidents, and since you are contesting for the post of VP, I want to know who were the past 5 VPs from Triple M Hall of Presidents.
Sir, kindly refrain from putting any personal allegations against me and answering to your questions. There is no Vice President to Technology Students in Ghana, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, from Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya on the President till now. Settle down. धन्यवाद का रस्ते माँ भले नीरज wait a minute. Neeraj statement of purpose will not start until you guys settle down. The start of my journey at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, began with a school and as a normal student when I entered to the gates of the Trade Institute. The school has changed my perspective on leadership and as a regular student, I was initially anxious about my upcoming outcome. But let's look on. Now, Janta, please be silent. The candidate is not audible. Sir, all the responsibilities depends on my performance in the duty with sincerity and without being driven on the outcome. Over the past 2 years at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, I was changed my perspective on leadership. Sir, leadership doesn't lie on just the title. It lies on taking impactful initiatives and understanding the grievances of the student community of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. Listen to the candidate first. The latest stage candidate first came in my second year when I served as secretary of the Committee, Technology Students in Ghana, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, for the academic session 2024-2025. I was responsible for conduction of 3 Open IT and 2 General Championship events and was successful in getting corporate collaboration and increasing the industrial relevance among the student community of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur and boosting the participation about 50% I managed the KDB directory, which was officially recognized by Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and was added to Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur's website in my tenure. Another active experience was fine. I was the media and public relations head at Shaurya, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. I led a team of 40 members in designing, planning, and running the social media campaign of all the events of Shaurya and increasing its reach among the colleges all over India and boosting a significant amount of participation in Shaurya 7th edition. Apart from my institute level involvement, I am the technology coordinator of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, all of residents. And we, along with the General Secretary Technology, are responsible for conduction of multiple intra-hall events like product management workshop, intra-hall case study competition, intra-hall open source contest. Beyond my campus involvement, I also interned at Hero Motorcorp, Fund Capital, Gandhi Group, Quickworth Private Limited. Apart from my corporate internship, my academic journey is shared with research internships at Indian Institute of Management, Mumbai, Indian Institute of Management, Raipur, Rajendra Mishra School of Engineering Entrepreneurship, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, with which I have developed my overall personality and have inculcated with the skills of time management, teamwork, and a proper structure in solving any problem, with which I want to bring in to the technology students Gymkhana and increase their activities and their reach to the maximum of my abilities. Apart from serving in my current involvement, I started creating legacy by co-founding Marksman Club at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur to promote a new culture this collaboration is allowed to sponsor the prize money. That is the reason the prize money is not distributed. The general surface is open source.
Where you use the 20,000 prize money?
Sir,
On your election.
please repeat your question.
Where you use the 20,000 prize money? On your election campaign.
Sir, firstly, refrain from putting any baseless allegations against my candidature. And I would like to clear you that the prize money is not disclosed and distributed from the company Deloitte due to this reason.
Hello, Neeraj. Here. If any of the vice president candidate doesn't appear for the SOAPBOX, what will be considered if his nomination is taken back or he can contest in the election? What is the reason for your answer?
Sir, can you please repeat your question?
If any of the vice president candidate is not appearing in the SOAPBOX, will his nomination will be considered for contesting election or it is considered to be as taken back? What is the reason?
Sir, as part of the elections, there is no way written regarding the attending statement of purpose. It is up to the candidate. And regarding the withdrawal, it is up to the candidate and individual petition.
Yes, yes, this side. Neeraj, follow. Neeraj, follow. Why did you try to change your hall of residence?
Sir, can you please repeat your question?
Why did you try to change your hall of residence?
Sir, kindly refrain from putting any baseless allegations against my candidature. I was allotted Pandit Madan Mohan President from the second year and I bound to it and I haven't requested for any change of my hall of residence. Yes,
This side, Neeraj. Neeraj, in the SOAPBOX invitation which you have posted on Instagram, it has two paintings on the wall, on the building of the hall. Are you aware that these kind of actions can lead to hall disciplinary committee?
Firstly, all the two paintings that are in the video of my invitation are officially authorized by the Hall Office of Pandit Madan Mohan the President, and a proper permission is taken from all management centers by the management of Pandit Madan Mohan the President. So kindly refrain from asking the questions regarding the logo and the painting of Mama Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya.
Neeraj, why were all halls not able to give presentation in DG case study last year? Does this mean that you were not able to give equal opportunity to all the halls? This shows that if you pick up the VP, you cannot give opportunity to all the halls.
Just a question, no comment. Sir, it was the decision conveyed by the company and it was publicly put in front of the subcommittee meeting of the technology committee and the final decision was taken by the subcommittee meeting and this is what the event is conducted as per the rules decided in the subcommittee meeting.
Neeraj, you are not once mentioned Spring Maggie. Since you are a senior coordinator in Spring Maggie, tell me who are the 3 students and 1 professor responsible for bringing Spring Maggie to the institute?
Janata, please remain silent. The candidate will not be able to listen the presentation. Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur was revived by Professor Kumar from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. The third part of my proposal is to establish a committee for overlooking all the technical aspects of the centralized laboratory, which includes professor in charges, representatives from affiliated groups, and representatives of the student body from Technology Students Devkana, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. My groundwork involves the discussion that this proposal will be implemented under Dean Research and Development. After discussion with majority of the research groups, it was suggestion and it was insight given by them regarding the officiating body which I constituted. When it comes to my second proposal, comprehensive revamp of career development mechanisms, ATS-friendly shortlisting of curriculum critics, and modular CV generation. The major objective for addressing the general body with this proposal is due to the lack of core placements in some of the departments and postgraduate students and research scholar students. I've constituted training and placement cells which have the roles and responsibilities defined as per the composition that I mentioned in my proposal. I would like to include all the representatives from the departments: undergraduate representative, postgraduate representative, research scholar representative, and women representative. Along with these, there will be a set of students who will be selected in order to approach all the core companies. This training and placement cell is an extension of Career Development Center of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. This training and placement cells will be connecting the companies to the Career Development Center to facilitate the internship and placement interview process. As a part of this second proposal, I have stated an ATS-friendly CV shortlisting. There should be a software should be developed by Career Development Center to the companies to suggest them to include multiple factors like position by Research Scholar Students Council and Postgraduate Students Council to be included under Technology Students Gymkhana based upon their proposals after a detailed discussions with the coordinators of respective committees and the Executive Council of Technology Students Gymkhana, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. There will be initiatives which will be added and budgetized in the annual budget of Technology Students Gymkhana, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, addressing the major issue and concern raised by the Research Scholar Students Council. My fourth proposal regarding the academic and government initiatives. Self-study course, SWAYAM, in order to prevent and overcome the bottlenecks during the graduation of undergraduate students. They can get registered on NPTEL portal for a certain limit of credits.
Neeraj, make sure you check on the time.
Limited credits. And the next part of my proposal is undergraduate research fellowship that should be given for second year and third year undergraduate students instead of electives. It should be an option given to them in order to help them in their research work. The third part of the proposals is including a social responsibility course with some compulsions and with the credit in order to increase the engagement and social responsibilities among the students. My fifth proposal is regarding creating a unified service app to the students.
Neeraj, the time is up. You can step back.
Pradeep, this side. Pradeep, I have a question regarding your second proposal. You have mentioned about setting up a custom ATS-based shortlisting. Do you have any idea about the placement process? The resumes are verified by companies, not by CDC. Are you trying to say that you will force the companies to use our ATS rather than their pre-established ATS? And mind you, before answering, because remember whom you are talking to.
Sir, firstly, my name is Annangi Neeraj Kumar. You can refer me as Neeraj. And when it comes to your question, sir, after discussion with placement coordinators and relevant stakeholders whom I mentioned in my proposal groundwork, I have contacted the chairperson and vice chairperson of Career Development Center in order to draft a proposal. They are just suggesting the companies to use our ATS friendly software in order to have a better shortlisting and to get the idea of better talent of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur.
Neeraj, I don't know which placement coordinator have you talked with, but this proposal is absolutely infeasible. I am telling this.
Finalists, we are not here to judge the feasibility of the proposal.
Neeraj,
Here. Look here. So I have a question for you. Recruiters on average spend around 6 seconds looking at your resume, right? So why would they waste time on navigating a multi-page verified profile bank when they can just hire from another IIT that provides the standard one-page CVs? It's just a waste of time.
sir, can you please repeat your question?
Recruiters spend an average of 6 seconds looking at a CV, right? But why would they waste time on navigating through your multi-page verified profile bank when they can just hire from another IIT?
the departmental training and placement committee, it usually they also have PG reps in them, like as a member. So what exactly will be the power, or what kind of authority will the department TNP, like training and placement cell, will have over CDC?
Sir, the training and placement cells, which I stated in my proposal, are the extension of the career development center. There will be a new state person or vice state person who will be allotted with all the training and placement cells, and all the training and placement cells of the department are responsible for contacting the core companies and connecting them to the career development center for the logistics and funding support for the interview of the placements and internship.
Leaders, decide. Right. So, your first proposal looks more like a proposal of a dean and less of a VP. How is it related?
Ma'am, being the student representative of the student community of Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, I have the responsibility to look into all the issues where the student interests are involved.
Yes. In your second proposal, you have mentioned that you should have an 8 years resume screening system. Just tell me, why should a company adopt your system if they have an intending hiring logic? And have you asked any company about will they take this 8 years system and will not adopt their internal hiring logic?
Sir, the ATS system that I mentioned in my second proposal regarding the Career Development Center, this will be a suggestion and support from Career Development Center with certain parameters set, and the parameters can be altered based upon the company's requirements. So kindly take my proposal carefully.
Neeraj, this side. Stating from the Times of India, as per the National Task Force from the Supreme Court that came regarding that as in the institute, it is stated that students face harassment from a section of professors and are often victims of vindictive attitude of faculty members. Now, talking about your second proposal, where you say about department TNPC and their PIC, we have reported issues from the PG reps that their TNPC PIC are not working at all. They are not interested for the placement of their PG students, and that has been raised in the PGSE. How will you, if elected as vice president, will act on this situation?
Sir, can you please repeat your question and be a bit clear?
Neeraj, here. Regarding your proposal 2 and 2.1 object 2 and custom ATS based shortlisting, you have mentioned that our institute beyond narrow CGPA based filtering. So just tell me, what is the least CGPA student who got the internship in the last academic session, this academic session, and what is the least CGPA a person has got a place in this recent placement drive? And you have mentioned in your proposal, we have talked with various chairpersons. Could you please tell me there are how many chairpersons per Career Development Center, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur? If you have mentioned you have talked with 3-4 chairpersons, could you please tell me last 3 chairpersons of Career Development Center, ID Kharagpur?
Sir, firstly, answering to your first part of the question, I have kept a proposal regarding the initiative about the ATS-friendly curriculum with a short listing based on some other involvement apart from academic, which has prepared the students of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur to get successful in their professional career, and adding the value to their research work, internship work, apart from their cumulative grade point average. Answering to your second part of the question, there is one chairperson for Career Development Center, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and he is Professor Sanjay Gupta from the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
I have asked you the least CGPA person got internship in the last academic session. Follow question. Follow. In your fourth proposal. Neeraj, already asked your fourth proposal. You have mentioned. Neeraj, in your fourth proposal, you have mentioned that you wish to elevate the SAIP and SAPP burden. First of all, tell me what is the full form of SAIP and SAPP, and then answer that you wish to elevate this problem via NPTEL credits. Are you aware that there are hundreds of courses for which there is no NPTEL version available?
Sir, answering to your first question, SAIP refers to Semi-Survey Internship Program and SAPP refers to Semi-Survey Project Program. And answering your second part of the question, sir, whichever the courses the student is getting ready to register on NPTEL, there will be departmental examination and the examination of the candidate when it comes to your question regarding the reduction of the burden. Sir, the students who are taking semi-survey internship program and semi-survey project program shall clear their courses in the upcoming or previous semesters. So, in order to prevent the bottleneck during their graduation, I would like to include it as the NPTEL SCOIM courses through which they can get registered and fulfill their credits.
Neeraj this side. So regarding your third proposal, RSPLE, in which year the RSPL was conducted before, and who was the RS coordinator of that, and what was the budget of that? At least one question at a time. Regarding the proposal.
Sir, the RSPL refers to Research Scholar Premier League, and it was held in the last academic session in the month of January. And when it comes to the representative who are responsible are the Research Scholar Student Council are responsible